Welcome back to Cancer on the Street, episode 2. I'm your host, Dr. Omolola Salako, and today we're diving into one of the most powerful anchors in the book. It is important we talk about purpose. This episode is based on chapter 2 of the book, Gifts of Survivorship, titled Goals Defining Your Purpose Beyond Cancer. And when you've heard the word cancer, it feels like it's a very heavy weight. Suddenly, your plans are on hold and your dreams feel quite distant. But as I highlight in the book, I quote a psychiatrist, Viktor Frankl, and he said, decisions, not conditions, determine what a man is. You didn't choose this path, but because you are still alive, you have hope and choices. But more importantly, because your mindset is bigger than cancer, you must watch this episode. So today we're exploring how to move from being a patient back to being a person with a mission. We'll discuss the 3Ps framework: personal development, professional growth, and people. And to help us navigate this, I'm joined by an incredible woman, someone who I am proud to be affiliated with, someone who I've worked with closely to create awareness about cancer, to support cancer patients, to educate the future, our children, about cancer awareness, sex education. And she's no other than a woman with lived experience of cancer for more than 22 years. On today's episode, I have a wonderful guest, a woman I have known for a few decades. And in fact, I met her when I was in training, residency training to become a cancer specialist. And you can imagine when someone is being trained to become a cancer specialist, one of the things that don't make doctors go into oncology is because they say, oh, many people don't survive. It's a sad field. But someone who always brings light to the work that we do is a survivor. It also reminds us that what we do matters, the treatment we give works, and most importantly, God gives miracles. And so, Mrs. Oyegbile is someone whose story is inspiring, and I'm not going to start with introducing her because I want her to introduce herself. Welcome, Mrs. Kemi Oyegbile.
Thank you, Dr. Salako.
How are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm good, and you too?
I'm very well, very well. I'm always inspired to see you because you happen to be one of the few survivors that I know that has survived cancer for more than 20 years. And I know a few people that have hit 30 years, 40 years. But one thing I love about you is that you're very purposeful. You have made it a mission to help other women dealing with cancer. And I, as an oncologist, I have relied on your strength to help me strengthen other women. And so I want to say thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Salako. You, yes, let me say, I'm amazed because I never knew you you take notes of this. Though I try as much as possible to also encourage people around me. Anytime I see patients diagnosed with cancer, I try in my own little way to serve as source of encouragement, even when they are going down low. Some may see me and they may not even believe me if I say, I'm a survivor. They say, When I was in charge of employee and industrial relations in my district, this deals with employee and industrial relations. You know what it means. People will come in, complain of this, complain of that. And I happen to meet so many people in that line that having that issue
Of cancer.
of cancer. So I'll now tell them, I used to tell them, it's not the end of the road. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
There is light at the end of
the tunnel. But it depends on the way we go about it. But one thing we should not forget is God.
Mm.
In any challenge or challenges we find ourselves, let's not forget God. God first, then every other thing follow. Then we should not forget one thing. positive thinking. We have to change our mindset. Ordinarily people believe that when you have cancer, that's the end. Even people will be talking side, you hear people side talk. Oh, you can't survive it too.
And that's very hurtful.
Very hurtful. Some people will even say it to your face
in a derogatory way.
Yes.
Or pitiful way.
And when they see you, pẹ̀lẹ́ o, báwo ni? But all those, you don't allow those to affect you.
Yeah, and that's an important thing because many people don't know how to manage situations. They are adults, but they are not matured. And so when they are faced with something their brain cannot process, they just talk anyhow,
Yes.
Talk out of anger, talk out of selfishness, and
Not minding the person they are talking to.
how
it will affect the person they are referring to.
And Mrs. O, one of my patients, she's a survivor. She's 10 years post-treatment. She was telling me that one of the things that pained her the most was how her pastors and her family used to pray for her. That they would be shouting, "Casa, die, 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 die." And that she would just open her eye. I'm like, why are you spitting on my head? Like, pray with grace. Pray, but don't, remove dignity from the person's life. And that's something everybody deals with. It may be cancer, it may be something else. We all need to be watchful of how we are supporting others. Let your words build people, help them have better self-esteem rather than talk down on them or, be pitiful.
Yes, that is what we face in this part of the world.
I think it's many, but our culture also.
Yes, and what we've forgotten is that even when we are praying, we need to be appreciative.
Grateful.
Appreciation. We need to be grateful to God because the Bible made us to understand that whatever conditions that we find ourselves, we need to be grateful. Even Satan doesn't want us to
be grateful.
Yes, to God. And the moment we allow that
negative
to sink into our mind, getting out of it will be difficult, especially with someone with cancer treatment, because people around you are already seeing you as anything can happen. It's like Jamare, who knows? But it now depends on you.
Important. So cancer brings uncertainty.
Yes.
But don't let that uncertainty be the thing that defines you every day. Make you sad.
Yes.
Make you not dress up properly.
Yes.
Make you not go out to do your usual duties. Yes. Or make you lose your kindness.
I remember when I used to go for treatments at Lutz. When they call up my name and I'll say yes, so they will be wondering, where is your patient? It's like I answered for someone. And I said, I'm the patient. They'll be wondering. Because even while going through the pain, I'm leaving my house. You hardly know or see what you are looking through. Painful. Because even if you tell me, Pele, thank nothing, don't take it away.
And says, you are one of the few people I know that when you took chemotherapy, your head didn't fall off.
Yes. It's only God. But what I remember is...
Any secret? Did you rub anything on that hair?
Not really. But what happened is this. I remember very well, before starting my chemo, one of my cousins bought this bag full of supplements. That was what I was using. Maybe like a month, 2 months before starting. It's not even up to. I just have it. Then maybe, like I used to say, I happen to be, I don't eat anyhow. I take care of what I eat. I hardly take soda. I take water. And that has been me. That was one of the questions I was asking myself when I was diagnosed with cancer. What happened?
You eat
junks. So where will I get it? So I believe those things help. And when we are treating cancer, one should not play with diet. Diet is very, very important. You may think that kosowo, but there are some little things we see around us that when we take, it's good. Any fruit in season.
So I've written a new book, The Gifts of Survivorship.
Congratulations. This book, we've been on it since ages.
Almost a decade.
I'm happy to see it.
Thank you, Ma.
Finally birth.
Finally. And in the book, one of the things I talk about is how we came about the framework. And the framework actually started about, I think, 2012. And it started at Shebekli Cancer Care when we used to have our support group meetings every month, and we were meeting 20 to 30 women. Mrs. Oyegbile, you were the president,
Yes.
and and quite a number of people were very instrumental in that time. May God rest their souls. And the framework we used to counsel women was actually the gifts framework. You remember that time where we had like 12 tables, and we put one station God, second station was fruits. Each table had a topic.
Yeah.
And then we used to counsel women with those frameworks, because in the hospital we realized, yes, we can treat, but we have to do other things. You know, what makes people heal? What strengthens people's minds? And over the years, yes, we continued counseling. I told quite a number of patients. And one of the reasons why I then thought, let me convert this counseling into a book is so that more people can have access to it. And I'm able to pull myself out of the equation. And you're one of the women who participated in the counseling. You counseled many survivors, many newly diagnosed patients. Some are alive, some didn't make it. Some are still yet to be diagnosed. What's one thing you would tell anyone recently diagnosed with cancer? What should they do? What should be their outlook?
It's not easy receiving that statement. So person, your diagnosis is this, you have cancer, this and that. But the fact is, after we might have thought, then let's quickly come back to our senses. Let's have that positive mindset. Let's think of ways out of the situation.
Think of ways out of the situation.
Don't let us continue to wallow
in the uncertainty.
Yeah, because when we start thinking that way, sincerely, it's difficult getting out of it. And part of the things that help in healing process is the emotion. If emotionally one is down, anything, any drug, any medicine that one is taking may not work. Even if it's supposed to work 90%, maybe it may be 40, 50%. You will not really get the accuracy of what
that the potential of the treatment.
Yes.
And so
I will advise people to be positive.
So how does someone...
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's difficult.
So the way I like to explain it, and I did explain it in the book, is there's a storm. It's raining heavily. The person is in the storm. How do you now expect them to feel comfortable in that storm? How do they become positive?
Anybody in the storm will be looking for a way out of that storm.
Shelter.
Yes. So in the process, that is the process of being positive. Because if one does not look out for the way or how to get out of that storm, then that means such person have accepted her fate or his fate
and just stays
there, and anything can happen.
And with storms, things are flying around. So if one way you're saying is someone is in a storm, it's raining heavily, things are flying around.
You find a way out.
You find a way, and you're going to the safest place. Yes. And what does safe look like? It means somewhere where you would have peace of mind.
Yes.
And an example is like praying, holding on to faith.
Yes. Family. Friends.
The ones that are matured.
Yes.
Because there are some that
you don't even allow them to know what you're going through.
Yeah. Because they will add salt and stone and sand into it.
The most important one is the family.
Family.
The family is very, very important. Once they are there for you, it helps in navigating their roads.
Yeah. And we have a whole chapter about family in the book, in the Gifts of Survivorship book. And I'm happy you're hitting on that.
The family is very, very important.
Yeah. And in fact, it's one of the success factors for a good outcome.
Yes.
There are some families that I have seen are marshalling how the patient is treated. So even the doctors have to sit up when they are treating. Sometimes the patients are listening, but they are not really listening. But a sound family comes in with, you said this the last time, you said this But again, some families just come in, and once the patient goes out, they are telling the doctor that don't treat her. The money is getting too expensive. I still managed the case recently like that. And we, the medical team, had to wiggle our way out of, you, the family, funding this person's care. You don't want to fund it. You don't want to tell her. So what you're telling her is different from what you're telling us. And already the outcome for that type of patient is poor, because there's a lot of deceit, lies, selfishness being mixed with a very difficult situation.
That's very bad. So what we're saying is, you cannot outrule the importance of family.
And family doesn't have to be blood.
Yes.
It can be friends. It can be work colleagues.
Yes.
There are strangers that become good.
For people that will go out there with you
and stand with you in that storm, and not say, why are you allowing the rain beat you? Or
I remember, I used to have this family friend. They would just call, Sis K, we're praying for you. Me, I've forgotten what I'm going through. I've forgotten what I'm going through. But they will always call. How are you doing? We're praying for you. We're praying for you. That is it.
That's it.
Some people will go out of their way to look out for you. How are you going about it? It's a journey that one cannot go alone. Cannot do it alone.
Yeah. So something I shared in the book is around, if someone lives up to 80 years old, for example, or 90 years old, and gets diagnosed with cancer at maybe 40 years old, gets treated and all of that, by 41, they're through with their treatment, and then goes on to live a healthy life to their 80s, 90s. It means that cancer is just a few chapters in their life. It's not the 80 years. The entire storybook is 80 chapters, and they've just had cancer for 1 or 2 years. How do we make more people see that there's truly life after cancer? Even if that life may be cut short by 1 month. Some people are diagnosed with cancer at 30 and they die at 31. So sometimes cancer cuts the life short. And sometimes it doesn't cut the life short. The person lives on as planned, as according to their destiny. But how do we make people appreciate that whatever they have left is bigger than the cancer diagnosis? Because the book is focused on, you are bigger than cancer. You're on earth to do more things than focusing on, I have cancer, I had cancer.
If one does not accept the fact that, I've been diagnosed with cancer, let me just sit down and continue to wallow in pain or in pity, looking for people to continue to pity. No, one just still needs to continue, and it has to be with faith as well. That will give the person the strength to continue. Assuming one is in school, and that's because you have cancer, you not continue with your education. What if the treatment, one gets out of it quickly, does not take much time? What would not happen if one decided to sit back and not do anything? So one still have to continue to make that purpose out of one's life. Because it's when you are purposeful, when you keep yourself busy, that's when you become useful to yourself and to people around you.
And Mrs. O, one funny thing, back then when Shebekli used to go to secondary schools to educate girls about 5 C's and sex education, cancer, cervical cancer prevention, one of the schools you introduced us to, I can't remember the area, Egbeda
Model College,
Meron.
Yes,
we traveled there.
Then Tomia Senior Secondary School.
Then Tomia. One beautiful thing that happened was, one of those girls, there were like 500 girls that we educated that day. One of them is now a doctor.
I wish to know her.
Yeah. In fact, I'll do the introduction. She's now a doctor. She graduated this year.
Oh, that's
and I didn't meet her until her final year. When she just walked up to me, she came to my department, and I taught her. I teach. I teach medical and dental students about cancer at the University of Lagos, and she was in my class. And after the class, she just walked up to me. Ma, I was the. She told me who she was. She had a position and title. And I was like, my goodness. As in, I almost somersaulted. Like, finally, I met someone I trained. And
impacted.
Yes. And the only reason why we went to that school was because of you.
Thank God.
And
God.
that is purpose. Like,
Yes.
you didn't, yes, so you were diagnosed with cancer, but the amount of people you've allowed us educate about cancer prevention, to inspire to do medical courses, is linked to purpose. So I just want to ask you that, to you, what does purpose mean?
Impacting people's life is purpose. Like you said, out of nowhere, she came to you to introduce herself. You know, we sow seed, and you don't know the one that will germinate. You don't know the one that will not germinate. So because you don't know the one that will germinate, doesn't mean that you should not do anything. So let's continue to let people know. Let's continue to educate people. Let's continue to serve that awareness. Who knows?
And those seeds we are sowing are the gifts God has given us, our natural talents, our skills, our kindness, our ability to share, our ability to look beyond what we are going through and be of service to others, not expecting thank you. We don't know where the thank yous will come from. When they come, we accept it. But we are not expecting thank you. In the book, Surrounding Purpose, I talk about 3 Ps: personal development, professional growth, people, and service. And with personal development, I focused on how we can use our stories to personally develop ourselves. Now, when people are diagnosed with cancer, sometimes their business, their career suffers because they have to go into the hospital many times. They have to take leaves, breaks. And some organizations are not understanding. Sometimes they even lay the person off around that time. So what would you advise someone how to continue to develop themselves personally, regardless of their diagnosis? Because during your diagnosis, and you ended up working hard and even retiring meritoriously. So what would you tell people about building their careers despite cancer?
Yes, we should not allow cancer to define us. We should continue to define ourselves by ourselves, what we want to do. Like before I was diagnosed, I was selling my treatment, I already had my master's, but like I was doing this professional program, Charter Institute of Secretaries and Administrators. I was midway. But if you remember, there was a time I came to ask you, is it the drugs that makes one to be forgetful or dull? Because like there was a particular course, sincerely, I think I got it after the 10th time.
Oh, wow.
It was an accounting
course. And yes, when people take chemotherapy, it causes something we say chemotherapy fog. It makes people forget certain things. It gets better with time.
I didn't qualify when I wanted to. But at the end of the day, I continued. I said, no. Some of my, even people with me that were not even going through what I was going through, they abandoned it. I said, no. Whatever thing I start, I have to finish it. I started it and I have to finish. And at the end of the day, that particular course was the one delaying me to be a chartered secretary. But at the end of the day, I got it.
You got it.
And I qualified as a chartered secretary.
And so cancer had nothing on you. Like, you continued.
I continued
your goals.
Yes.
You met challenges. and you still kept trying until you got it. And this goes to everybody. There are many obstacles we meet, and we
shouldn't allow it to debar us from reaching our goal, debar us from carrying out our dreams. Because one thing is, I tend to just look at it, say cancer is like any other obstacles. We have people, they complain of headache, and you hear them that, oh, this one has died. They will complain of ordinary, this person was just going and she slumped and that was the end of it. But here is cancer. You still have the opportunity to get yourself treated. Though going through the treatment and getting out the after effect of the treatment takes long before it fades away from us. It doesn't go immediately.
Yeah.
But at the same time, to manage ourselves, we should not allow it to define
our entire story.
Yeah.
Over the decades, you've been a cancer advocate, educating as many people as you can. Directly within your sphere of influence. So you've used platforms like American Cancer Society, Shebekli Cancer Care to reach more people, to serve more people. And I'm a testament, I'm a witness to that. If we didn't have people like you encouraging newly diagnosed patients to start treatment, some of them would not have had the positive outcomes they experienced. On the professional front, you were also into education, and you taught and trained teachers, you taught students, you coordinated administratively your own district, how people get better education. And it's been a life of service for you. What would you tell someone who is dealing with cancer, whether they're a survivor or newly diagnosed, how they can be of service to others?
They should keep on, be positive in their treatment. They should be focused. It is when they're able to treat themselves, that when they get out of it, that they will be able to impact others. So they should have it at the back of their mind that they want to serve as an example to others. So if they have that at the back of their minds, they'll be able to stand firm and take good care of themselves and help others to move forward. And like I said the other time, is one should try to let people be aware. Education is key. Let them be aware how they can go about their treatment, what they need to do. Most times when I meet people like that, I tell them to join Shebekli group, support group. And when we have their meeting, at times they even join the meeting when I don't even have the time to join. Many of them like that are on the group. And we keep on. There are many of them, like right now, I have like three people that people just introduce them to me, and we are on like that.
So in the book, I talk about a concept where very purposeful people say they want to die empty, meaning that at the time of death, they want to have served everybody they should have served, distributed all their talents, given off all their wealth, because they say the grave is the richest place, because many people die without fulfilling purpose. So some people say at the time of death, they want to die empty.
And they are not using it in the group.
So what's your thought on that?
Like me, now, as a senior citizen, what I
love
do,
that.
Yes. What I do these days, I give much of my time to my God. And that is helping people to come to the right knowledge of God. Helping people to see the need to move nearer to God. Helping them to see the need that we are here to, God has served us by creating us. So we are here to serve Him.
So are you going full gospel?
You know I'm a Jehovah's Witness. So you should not forget God in anything you're doing. God is number one. Then be positive.
True.
Positivity goes a long way. We should not have this fixed mindset. Let our mind be open.
Free.
Yes, free. So that anything that comes your way, you'll be able to weigh them. Take the one that benefits you, sift the one that you don't want, and leave. And that is how one should live life. We should not be say vengeful me that this person has offended me.
And I'm angry with this person.
Even when you are angry, you are hurting yourself.
Oh,
The more.
yeah.
It will not allow you to be free. And it will not allow the healing process. It will not allow the healing process to take the right course.
Okay. What would you tell someone who is diagnosed with cancer and for genuine medical reasons, they can't continue with their original goals? What would you tell that type of person?
We have what we call plan B, plan A, plan B, plan C in life. You want this. Example, I want to be a medical doctor. I've been writing jams. Jam has been jamming me. What next can I do? Then I said, okay, let me go and read psychology. If you read psychology, we were still in the line of counseling people. Okay, well, let me go and read education. You want to teach students, you counsel. So you cannot meet up with the real one you wanted. There's another one that will not take much of your strength, that will not make you be stressed, will stretch you out. So we look for that.
And so it's important to set realistic goals.
Achievable.
Achievable. Simple.
And achievable.
Measurable. Achievable. Result-oriented. And time-bound. Excellent. Okay. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any word for, maybe you can look into the camera and just encourage the readers of the book.
The Gift of Survivorship. You are bigger than cancer. Dr. Slako has been on this book for a long time. So, Iṣẹ́ ńlá ni o. It's a great work. This book should not be taken for granted. Anybody, we should all look out for it. It's something that one should read through. You don't know what will happen, what can happen. You may have somebody, a distant person to you that is going through this, that you can help. So let's all go through this and have it. It's a book that we need to keep. It's a great work that we need to have with us and around us. Dr. Katsanako, thank you for this book.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you for it.
Thank you, ma.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. So, on that note, we bring this episode to an end, and I can't wait to see you at the next episode where we'll be talking about building your cancer IQ with accurate information. And so that's it for today's episode. If you found a gift in today's conversation, please consider sharing this episode with someone who might need to watch or hear it. You can find us on social media to continue the conversation. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a story of resilience. To buy the Gifts of Survivorship book or join the esteemed Gifts Book Club, click the link below. Thanks for being part of our community. Take care and bye.